Walking in here, we have Ty Miller, who has a lot of experience, even though he's making his UFC debut. 6-0 as a professional, undefeated, 9-0 as an amateur as well. Of course, we saw him in the Contender Series, where he got a very dominant decision victory over Jimmy Drago, no doubt. Looking to do it again.
Adam Fugit is a 6'1" southpaw, which makes him already somewhat of a problem. He started wrestling in high school, followed that with jiu-jitsu at 20 years old, and then after that, his jiu-jitsu trainer started a local MMA gym called All of War. And that's where he began his MMA career, and now here he is on the biggest stage.
There's some big ones coming next.
Huge. His second fight in the UFC, Denzel Freeman walking into the octagon with a record of 7-1. Of course, he fought in Qatar back in November, so it's a rather quick turnaround where he got the decision victory over Marek Bouillot. Now, this man is a great wrestler. He's actually the number 26th ranked Greco-Roman wrestler on the planet. And look at the man. He is absolutely jacked.
That's a big boy right there.
It's like DC in his prime.
You know, for a guy that played for the San Francisco 49ers, he actually doesn't even identify as a football player. He said, no, I'm a wrestler. Even when I was in the NFL, I felt like something was missing because he loves, obviously, entertaining there, and he just loves the sport of wrestling. It's where he feels like he's at home. We talked to him about training for this one. He's at Jackson Wink there in Albuquerque. He said, you know, Greg Jackson, they call him Yoda for a reason. Everything he says actually comes true in these fights. Full trust in his coaching staff.
Alexander Hernandez, El Gran Chango is his nickname. He has 17 fights in the UFC, so he has tons of experience. As you can see, he's a pretty buff guy. He touts strength, power, explosiveness, speed, and also footwork.
Johnson is the definition of a vet in this sport. He's been in the UFC for 15 years. If you look at his resume in the lightweight division, he has been in there with all the big names. Edson Barboza, Nate Diaz, Dustin Poirier, Khabib, and Gaethje. He's on a 3-fight winning streak right now. This should be a good one.
And the hand speed that he has. Fast, powerful, tons of it. Speaking of experience, oh, there's Charles Johnson with his little baby girl. That's beautiful. You know what else is beautiful? Once upon a time, this man was on a 4-fight win streak as he helps his daughter up the stairs. And in that 4-fight win streak, he actually knocked out the current champion, Joshua Van. She's like, what's going on, Daddy? I said, don't worry about it, baby. I'm just taking my jacket off. How cute is that? Come on, look at the smile.
And we got to talk about his hair, too.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Now, Charles Johnson's incredible. Perfect. Put that picture in a frame. And remember last time out, Charles Johnson knocked out one of the hottest prospects, Loney Kavanagh, in a spectacular performance back in Shanghai.
Alex Perez is here to upset the show. Sorry, guys. He's here to make everything sad and get this win. He's coming out strong. He's got 11 first-round finishes. He comes from Dana White Contender Series Season 1. That's where he really got well known. Can't miss weight. That is always a hit. Now he gives away some of his purse. We'll see how this fight goes, though. It's going to be fabulous to watch.
Francis, the Baltic Gladiators, looking to make it 5 in a row off that huge elbow in Paris against Paul Craig. He was really candid about his first stint in the organization, saying he just didn't have the discipline needed to have this type of success, but now he trains with Tom Aspinall. He said he's found so much from him in terms of an example of how to find success at the highest level.
Nikita Krylov, this man has been a part of the UFC roster since 2013, and in that time he has fought some of the best, and this man can truly fight wherever his opponent wants to. Black belt in karate, excellent jiu-jitsu, of course the man can wrestle as well, and he's ranked number 13 in the light heavyweight division. Andre Puiev, this man's been knocking people out in the UFC. Pre-UFC, he was using his wrestling and his jiu-jitsu. He might want to do that in this fight. His opponent, Ate Bicotia, is a terrifying man. Let's wait to the wait. But pre-UFC, he was wrestling his opponents. He's a master of sport in Sambo. I would advise he wrestles tomorrow.
Taiba is a freak of all freaks. He kind of reminds me of a Francis Ngannou or a Yoel Romero, just a complete specimen of a human being. I do not understand. We're middleweights. How is this guy making middleweight? He's 6'4", so he's towering over us, and he's way more jacked than us. This is crazy.
More jacked than you, Chris.
And don't let me fail to mention that he's finished everybody he stepped in the octagon with, and it looks like it's getting easier and easier for him.
Yeah, he truly is a specimen.
This dude's big too, though.
Yeah.
I guess we have to...
Deiveson Figueiredo, obviously the former two-time UFC flyweight champion. If you don't know, now you know. 11 first-round finishes, a 72% finish rate, and he touts that with some nasty boxing and Muay Thai, and he's really improved on his wrestling, which he will need against Nurmagomedov. He did miss weight, which does suck because it takes away some of the validity of the fight, the importance of it, but he gives away 20%.
Well, in terms of Umar Nurmagomedov and how he started training there with his cousin Khabib, his uncle, of course, was Abdulmadov. He said, well, every kid in Dagestan trains, so I just started training when I was a little kid, and obviously he has his sights set on the title. He got back in the win column just a couple of months ago, and in terms of this fight, he said, yeah, I know I'm facing a former champion, but it doesn't bother me at all. I don't feel like there is any pressure. He believes he will be undeniable if he just continues to get hand raises. And guys, what a fight this is going to be.
Jean Silva, a guy that people kind of know him for his barking. He's barking all the time. But when you watch him in the octagon, he just stalks his prey, and he's looking for the knockout inside the pocket. He's probably one of the best fighters in that position. He's gonna knock you out if you're in that pocket. In his last fight, he had his first loss. Other than that, it was all finishes. It was a close fight with Diego Lopez. He lost the first round. Looked like he was building momentum in the second round, and he got caught with a crazy spinning elbow that he ran into by Diego Lopez.
But he might be barking up the wrong tree with Arnold Allen.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, you know. See what I have to do there. You know, Sean Silva's always going to put a show on.
There he is. He's got a little crazy in him for sure.
He's a little bit something. Donald Allen is the forgotten man in the featherweight division. The only people to beat him are Max Holloway and Movsar Evloev. He's been away for a little while with a shoulder injury, and this is the perfect matchup to remind the fans, to show the UFC, hey, I'm still one of the best featherweights on the planet. That's how he feels. He still feels that he has the title run left in his career. And the man is oozing confidence all week. As we know, he's a quiet guy, so he doesn't talk much, but when you speak to him, he's got it. He's happy. And look at Jean Silva. The man's a maniac.
What is he doing?
I don't, he's casting the spell.
Rose is one of the greatest women's mixed martial artists that we ever seen bless the octagon. She was a 4-time UFC champion. She won the belt. She ended up losing it. She ended up fighting back, won it again, and here she goes. She's on a win streak, trying to win it back for a 3rd time. She's so well-rounded. She was one of the first girls in MMA that I was like, holy smokes, she's got it all down pat.
On a 13-fight win streak, and guys, she's all smiles because she talked about used to living in her gym, and now she's fighting inside T-Mobile Arena, just knocking on the door of a title shot. But it doesn't matter for her how long it takes to get there. She is in love with the process of fighting, and of course, the experience to face Rose Namajunas and the challenges that may bring will prepare her for the day that she is able to fight for gold. And guys, she said a victory here would be a perfect early birthday present. Her birthday is on February 3rd, so she is more than ready for a hand raise and then a celebration after for multiple reasons.
If you guys want to see a knockout, the energy in here right now for this guy is unbelievable. If you want to see a knockout, this is the guy to do it. He's got 16 knockouts in the UFC, completely dominating other rankings as far as knockouts go. But when people think of Derrick Lewis, they don't even think about his knockout power and what he's able to do in the octagon. It's his personality that people love.
Last year, a star was born with Waldo. 5 fights, 4 wins, 3 knockouts, 2 on very, very short notice. He is, of course, a part of the Fighting Pirates, and he believes he's going to knock out Derrick Lewis. Knock out the Knockout King, and then, of course, get a heavyweight title shot. But look at this, 2 gigantic men. And Waldo says it's personal. Apparently Derrick said...
And being as this is my last division, this is the fight I'm most looking forward to. Song Yadong looking for upsetting the former champ Sean O'Malley. Combined, these guys have 16 first-round knockouts. Song Yadong packs power. He always comes in prepared. He comes with a really good wrestling and jiu-jitsu background mixed with power boxing on his angles and staying in the pocket. It'll be fun to watch.
Sean O'Malley became one of the biggest stars right away. As soon as he won his Contender Series fight, his personality alongside how great he is striking, his knockout ability. A true sniper on the feet. He lost 2 in a row now. He lost to Murat Davashvili twice. But if you had to pick a terrible matchup for Sean O'Malley, it would have been him.
Involved in the main event of the evening. Introducing Paddy the Paddy Pimblett.
This is the moment he has been waiting for his entire life. Paddy Pimblett believes this was his destiny. He was selling out crowds back in England a long time ago. He's always been popular. 7-0 in the UFC, brimming with confidence.
Official weight 154!
In the best shape of his life. Mentally stronger than he's ever been, technically better.
Opponent, Justin the Highlight Gaethje!
Listen to that crowd. He comes from Safford, Arizona, and fights out of Denver, Colorado with Trevor Whitman. This man is an NCAA Division I All-American wrestler.
Official weight 155!
He's got 20 wins by KO and 81% finish rate. To put into perspective, this man has 13 performance awards alone. O'Malley vs. Song Yadong has 14 together. That is why they call him the Highlight.
Does Gaethje have shoes on and Paddy doesn't? Because I thought Paddy was way bigger.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with Paddy Pimblett. Paddy, you have been on a spectacular rise to the top of the lightweight division, and tomorrow night is the most important fight of your career. Give us your thoughts on it and Justin Gaethje as an opponent.
You know, as I've been saying this whole time, Justin Gaethje's a legend, and I'm going to come out and I'm going to finish him. I'm going to add another... You know that! I'm going to add another legend to my resume and take this interim title back home to Liverpool, England. And everyone here is ready for it. They all want to see it. That's what's happening tomorrow. Let's go!
Good luck to you, sir. Paddy Pimblett, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with the Highlight. One of the best to ever do it, ladies and gentlemen. Justin, you publicly said this is the last chapter of your career. You want to go out with the title. Give us your thoughts on what tomorrow night means to you.
Oh, it means everything. I've committed my whole life to this, and this is the big. Every fight's the biggest, but this is the biggest fight of my life. I cannot wait to carry the Stars and Stripes on my back and represent this country like it should be represented.
Thank you, sir. Good luck to you. Justin Gaethje, ladies and gentlemen.